This is the Great Legend, and I'm coming at you live tonight, fans, with artificial intelligence. Ready, aim, and fire. Because the AI, they're coming, and they're coming hard, and they're coming strong. Now, a lot of you don't see it yet because not a lot of us, even think about these kind of things. In mainstream media, you don't really hear much about all this artificial intelligence going on. But the Great Legend is going to be the messenger tonight and let you in on a big secret known as artificial intelligence. Now, before we get started, we're going to be welcoming everyone in the chat tonight who wants to see and wants to hear the Great Legend tell the truth tonight on Legends Truth. And we are live at youtube.com/rdowdy95, where you're going to get the best in comics, cooking, gaming, and Legends Truth. And the Legend has some truth to spill on over to you tonight. And we are going to be having a good one tonight. And I'm going to bring your minds up into the light as we go over all the things we go over tonight on the Great Legend Show. Let's check the chat. It's going to be right here, right here, right here. All right. First off, big shout out to Springpool Music Gamer. Springpool Music Gamer is here. And he's got all this. He wants me to go check out La Mamino on YouTube and scroll down and you see some AI in the video. We got my good brother, Who Dat Comics and Movies, coming at us all the way from Louisiana in the chat room tonight, where he's getting his comic books ready for next Saturday night as we do Legends Live Auction. Of course, we do that the first Saturday of the month and the third Saturday of the month at 10 p.m. Is it 10 p.m. or 9 p.m.? No, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, next up, we got my good brother, Reaper Tate 728 up in here. And we got my brother, Joseph Todd Walker, the man that got me into comic books. Who Dat Comics and Movies says, think I will move some books for an X-Men #1 mid-grade. And I know Reaper Tate has him an X-Men #1. That's one of Reaper Tate's holy grails. Reaper Tate, he's a big X-Men fan as well. And I want to welcome you all to Legends Truth tonight. We do Legends Truth on the 2nd and 4th Friday of the month. Okay. And we had a special Legends Truth on last Sunday on August 20th talking about the solar eclipse and how the solar eclipse, whenever you see the sun, the solar eclipse, that is a message. That is a sign from God to all the Gentiles. Of course, we know the lunar eclipse is a sign to all the Jews, okay? So he kind of drops these signs. And normally, the one he gave us is for Americans. We need to get our shit together. We need to start becoming back one as a community and quit getting crazy, because God don't like crazy. He'll sit back. He's going to let it happen. But hey, don't think he ain't watching the stuff that's going down on here, because he created the stuff that's going down on here. He created everybody. So, got to watch out for that. And big prayers and thoughts go out to all of our YouTube brothers and sisters that are down there in South Texas. Now, I'm kind of in North Texas, so I'm going to get a little bit of rain, but I ain't getting no hurricane, if you know what I'm saying. So those people, they need our thoughts and prayers. So when you go to bed tonight, you make sure you say a little thought, you say a little prayer for all those people, because they're going to have a hell of a time down there in Hurricaneville, Texas, down there. All right, so Reaper says X-Men, that's a good book. 2024 solar eclipse passes over Dallas. And if you remember last week, I showed you that path of totality for 2024. And I also showed you how, if you look at my screen here, that one started up here, kind of went diagonal. And this one here is going to go like this. And that creates an X over the United States. If you didn't see that, go check out that video about the solar eclipse, because the eclipse in 2024, those two paths, if you take the path that happened on Monday, August 21st, and the path that happened in 2024, they cross over like an X. And it looks like a big old X marks the spot, for God to lay down that smackdown. If the U.S. don't clean up their act in 7 years, I'm thinking we're going to see some natural disasters, We may even see a couple haters Couple of haters. Because, yeah, man, there's a lot of haters in America right now because people can't get along. So, that's it. It all relates together. Joseph Todd Walker knows that the X of the the path of totality in 2017 and the path of totality in 2024. Make an X, and you see it in the chat right here. Who Dat Comics wants to buy him a copy of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's X-Men #1. All right. So we're going to take it back to the main camera. I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do and chat about anything you want to chat about. And we'll come back to the chat here in a minute. I want to talk to you a little bit about artificial intelligence. You know, I've talked about stuff about the Mandela effect. I've talked about theories of the Mandela effect, quantum reality, some theories with quantum reality. I've talked about mind control, head games through mind control. Okay? I've talked about all kinds of stuff, and you can catch all that on the rewind. We've talked about the mark of the beast. We've talked about the eclipse. Tons of stuff. Tons of great information on Legends Truth. Tonight I want to kind of give a little shout out. I've been watching a lot of truth videos lately because what it's all about in the truth community, it's about just research, research, research. They say knowledge is power, but if you keep all that knowledge to yourself, you're not doing the world any good. You're not doing the population any good. You're not doing the people you work with any good. You need to get that word out to all the masses. And I don't have my Bible on me right now, but that's one main thing that us Christians, if you are a Christian or whatnot, you need to get that information out to the masses because we are living in end times and we want to spend eternity up there with Jesus Christ with all of our friends and loved ones, right? But if our friends and loved ones don't know about that gift of God through the blood of Jesus dying on that cross and filling our souls with that Holy Spirit, how are them people even going to find out and get to heaven if they don't know? So we all need to do better as far as getting the word out about things we learn about, whether that be Mandela effect, mark of the beast, getting chipped in your hand, hell, eating Doritos, whatever you want to call it, you got to get the word out. Because if you don't get the word out, nothing's going to happen. How many times have you gone and you know something's wrong at work, but you're too scared to go talk to your boss? You're too scared to go talk to your leader. Well, a lot of people are scared to go in there and voice their opinions, And it's so important to voice those opinions because by voicing your opinions, no matter how little they may be or how little you may think they are, but you can save lives just by being open and honest and talking to people about stuff. Don't keep it up bottled inside because that ain't going to do you any good. Okay, that's not going to be doing anybody any good. But I'm kind of ranting on subjects that are taking me a little bit in a different reality, in a different direction. So we're going to bring it back down to this down low, and I'm talking about artificial intelligence. A big ass couple of words there with a lot of syllables in between. But here we go. So let's check the chat real quick. We do have 7 live viewers watching right now. God bless each and every one of you for watching Legends Truth tonight as I give you the truth as the legend can only do. And that's on youtube.com/rdowdy95. So we'll check the chat. Do we have any new folks in the chat? Yes, we do. My bro from South Carolina. Woo! Oh, that's North Carolina. But we have Brian Spaceboy 227 and my other brother from Louisiana hanging out with his brother Who Dat Comics from another mother. I'm talking Jason Smith. Jason Smith loves the Legend Live shows because Jason Smith, if he's got something to say, he's going to say it in the chat. He says, "Sup, Who Dat? Sup, Who Dat Comics?" Go, "What's up, Mr. $5 shipping?" AKA Jason Smith. And Jason, you damn done got Jason going. He's like, "Man, look, I got to spend $5 shipping because if I'm selling the comic book for $1 and I'm mailing the shit out for $5, I'm out $4. That's insane. Here he goes. I told you. LOL, if a book sells for $1, I'm going to add shipping, LOL. Classic Jason Smith. Then we got Springpool Music Gamer looking for subscribers. All right, y'all go sub up Springpool Music Gamer. I have no clue. I think he does some great video game videos. I haven't watched him in a while, but check him out, because he wants some subscribers tonight. on the Great Legend Show. So give the man some love, will you? All right, so I've got a lot of web articles to go over. You know, a lot of times people want proof of things that are happening. And this is some proof that's actually in the mainstream media. A lot of truth seekers, a lot of truth finders, a lot of truth, what do we got? Preachers, you know, people that preach the truth. And hell, people that preach the gospel. They want facts, okay? A lot of people want facts. They got to have that information because information is power. Now, for me, a lot of times, you either believe, you could choose to believe, or you could choose not to believe. But whether you believe or not believe, there's one thing that will be for sure and be for certain. You will be entertained by the man with the beanie and the man with the beard. Things are going to take a turn. Things are going to get weird. Night on Legends Truth. So, artificial intelligence, what is it? Okay, like computers, robots, that movie AI with Will Smith. How about this one? Remember Joshua? Would you like to play chess, David? Want to play chess? Remember all that? Tic-tac-toe, remember? War games, right? The AI. Smart. I don't think old Matthew Broderick ever beat that little character, Joshua, in a game of chess. Y'all remember war games? I don't know, 1983? Maybe some of the millennials may not have been around at that time, but it was a good movie, and it had a chatbot in there named Joshua. Okay, so a little bit of artificial intelligence. You've seen movies about artificial intelligence. You know where the future will possibly go. Now, this is possible, but if we look at all the things that are going around today in today's time, you're going to see a lot of this stuff will become your reality. It's all a part of that digital reality. Okay, and I'm going to share a little bit with you today. I have a link in the video description below to a good truth seeker who's really big on the AI scene. His name is Max Igan, very famous Australian, who goes around the country and he talks about AI. Now, I want to give a big news report here. CNN says Hurricane Harvey has made landfall with winds of 130 miles per hour. It's the most powerful storm to hit the continental U.S. in a decade, probably since Hurricane Katrina. So remember, tonight, please pray for all of those folks and hope they don't get injured. We don't, the hell with the house, the hell with the possessions, Comic books are pieces of paper. Remember, just pieces of paper. Lives is what, needs to be worried about. Lives need saving. And now we may not be in the path of this hurricane, but with some of this information tonight, you can be saved too. Okay? So let's go on into this artificial intelligence. By the way, we got some donations up here. Feel free to donate. Your name will be up on the screen to donate. Click on the link below. Donate and be recognized on screen. All right? All right, let's go ahead and get into the, let's check the chat one more time before we get into some stuff here. We have Maverick Freelances here. He's a truth seeker. So good to see Maverick tonight. Maverick, I'm so glad you're here, brother. We're just getting started into artificial intelligence. And there we go. Who Dat Comics. Jason Smith. Two Louisiana brothers fighting like brothers. You get them guys together. It's awesome. And Brian, he gets it back down to reality. Praying for him. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. All right, so let's check what we got on our monitor here. And we're going to talk about some of the latest news that came out August 12th with a big guy in the industry. His name is Elon Musk. Okay? He is the man, the backer, the serial entrepreneur of Tesla. Tesla Motors. Tesla Motors, artificial intelligence, self-driving cars. Smart cars, if you will. Okay? And I'm not just talking about smart cars that you plug in, like a hybrid or, although Tesla, I think, was the first all-electric car and probably the first all-electric or the electric hybrid where you plug the car in and it saves gas because you're on battery power. So Elon Musk is a big visionary. My brother, Eric, wherever he's at, he's probably not watching Legends Truth because he's afraid of the truth. He's like, what Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. Millennial. Loves his tech. Loves his technology, okay? Probably wouldn't have a damn clue if he didn't have his technology. That's just him. And I'm not being a mean punk. I'm just telling it like it is and like it how it needs to be told. Every year he goes down to Austin, goes to the South by Southwest, looks at all the cool gadgets, all the cool technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, all the bull stuff, okay? He's, if it's got damn transistors in it, his shit's all up in it, okay? All right, so what we got here, I'm talking artificial intelligence. Let's take a look at something that happened on August 12th. Now remember, our good friend Elon, there is 1,000,000,001 chance we're not living in a simulated reality. I don't know, or a digital reality, whatever you want to say it. So that's Elon Musk right there. He's a believer. He knows about the truth. Well, many people, buy into his sci-fi ways. Well, the company's named after Tesla. And, I always, there's a famous line. Albert Einstein always used to get asked, "Hey, Mr. Einstein, how's it feel being the smartest man in the world?" And Einstein used to say, "I don't know. Go ask Tesla." Because a lot of people, thought Tesla was crazy for his time. Tesla was really far out there, but a lot of stuff Tesla talked about is actually current day reality. It's current day reality in a different time period. But Tesla was way ahead of his time, further than Einstein ever could be. And a lot of the mainstream science, we still go with the theory of relativity and a lot of stuff Einstein had. A lot of people don't, still don't believe in some of the stuff Tesla had, but a lot of truth seekers do. Okay? And Elon Musk is one of them. So let's take a look at what old Mr. Elon's been up to on Legends Truth. So here we go. A bot just defeated one of the world's best video gamers. A bot, an AI program, just annihilated its human competition at a world championship video games contest. Now, I remember we always used to play in 1997 on N64. We used to get on GoldenEye 007 or Rare's second game to GoldenEye, the unofficial sequel to GoldenEye, which was Perfect Dark. And we used to run train on the bots, man. We used to just decimate them fools. Rocket launcher, heat seeker, golden gun, whatever weapon. However you wanted to do it, the bots were going down because we were the best. But check this out. An AI program just annihilated its human competition at a world championship video game contest. The AI win stunned the gaming community because bots are generally considered inferior to expert human players. This one from OpenAI, a non-profit artificial intelligence research firm known mainly for its backing by serial entrepreneur Elon Musk of Tesla and SpaceX fame, is a different story and possibly a cautionary one. OpenAI says its mission is to promote responsible AI development. So Musk is all about that responsible AI development. Or as Musk puts it, to ensure the AI doesn't grow unchecked and become the death of humanity. So by Musk putting this out here, AI, we don't want them to be the death of humanity. AKA, think Planet of the Apes, but think Planet of the AI, where the AI has the control over the humans. Okay? Now, to test out some harmless uses for AI, one OpenAI team taught a bot to play DOTA. DOTA, for those unfamiliar, is an online multiplayer battle game. Okay? It works kind of like a complex virtual version of Capture the Flag. Teams of players use powerful characters called heroes, battle each other. The game ends when one team has taken down a structure called an ancient in the opposing team's home base. And here's old Elon. He loves himself. Just like a lot of people that get on Twitter that love themselves. That's our president. OpenAI, first ever to defeat world's best players in competitive esports, vastly more complex than traditional board games like chess and Go. Because even our old boy Joshua from War Games was whipping that ass at chess. Now, Greg Brockman, OpenAI co-founder and chief technology officer, explained the team's methods in a YouTube video posted on Friday. Our bot is trained entirely through self-play. Our bot is trained entirely through self-play. Me and William Thorg talked about this. He didn't want to believe it at first, but yes, current AI, artificial intelligence today is self-learning artificial intelligence. What that means is it could go through multiple steps. Let me get back on camera here. Say we have a 10-step problem or a 10-step scenario, something big. Okay, it's not just ones and zeros anymore. Think about this. Think about, instead of binary ones and zeros, think about, the quantum computer, how, with the binary, the ASCII or whatever, the code, you have ones and zeros, binary code. The one is always a one or it's always a zero. And there could be a lot of ones, there could be a lot of zeros. Okay, with quantum computer, it's ones and zeros. But get this, it's ones and zeros at the same time. The same character, ones and zeros at the same time, all the time. Always on, always off. There is no on-off. It's just, say if on and off together was the same word, like right in the middle, things are going on. So the D-Wave computer, for instance, even the 2048 qubit that our good buddy Anthony Patch and Kev Baker talk about on True Frequency Network, True Frequency Radio, TFR, they talk about that 2048 qubit. Those are the quantum bits, okay? Now, your place like Tesla, Google, NASA, DIA, DOD, CIA, FBI, all the big groups have the 2048 qubit, okay? And with that computer, that, the power of that computer, I want you to think about this. One quantum computer has the power of 7.5 billion brains. Take 7.5 billion brains and put them in a D-Wave computer, the black cube. Our boy Jordy Rose, the father, co-founder of the D-Wave, says you put your ear up to that D-Wave computer and it eerily sounds like a heartbeat, like you're standing by an altar of an alien god. That's how serious we're getting, people. So that computer has more power than 7.5 billion brains. You know how many people on Earth? 7.5 billion. One of those computers, AI in that system, smarter than all 7.5 billion humans. That's kind of where it's going. Artificial intelligence. Let's get back to our story here. All right, so our bot is trained entirely through self-play. We went over that. Oh, wait, time out. I told Reaper Tate before the show, he was very interested in some of the truth I was going over. Remember, 10-step program. Let's break it down. Let's make it easier. Let's go 5-step. You got your first step, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now, instead of thinking binary or, zeros and ones, I want you to think about trinary or three. Let's take ones, zeros, and -1. Your -1 being no, not happening, didn't work, shit don't work, no. That's -1. Your +1 is going to be yes, pass, achievement, completed, trophy unlocked. That means good, we got that step, let's go to the second step. Now you're in between, your 0, I want you to think about that as a maybe, or an educated guess, or so-so, could happen, maybe not, let's try it. Okay, so what we have 10 or 5 steps. Go to the first step, woohoo, got it. Second step, no. Okay, boom. Scratch, AI relearns. AI doesn't get pissed off when they can't do something, okay? If a kid can't pass the first level of Mario, Super Mario Brothers, they don't slam the control down and get pissed off, They can't finish a game on, let's see, what's a good hard game? Geometry Dash is one of the games my kids play, or Mega Man, or any other hard video game you can think of. Can't get past Donkey Kong, the first level with springs, they don't get pissed. Self-learning. They take the error that they just did, they repeat, and they try to get a maybe or a 1, and go to the next level. And they keep relearning and doing it until they make it all the way through, until they complete the problem. It's all about that middle one, the try. You got the -1 for no, you got 0 for maybe, and you got 1. The 0, the in between, that is your probable. Maybe a 50-50 chance you're going to get the question right. And the AI, like I said, AI doesn't have to breathe. AI doesn't have to eat. All AI needs is a little bit of that thing called electricity. That's right, man. Totally. Electricity. Once it has electricity, it can solve that problem way faster than 7.5 billion. You can give that same problem, maybe more steps, but you can give that same problem to 7.5 billion human beings on the earth today, and no matter how smart they are, or if they have a black beanie and a beard, no matter how sexy their voice sounds, no matter how good they look, there's no way in hell they're going to solve it before the artificial intelligence can solve it, because artificial intelligence faster, learns quicker, and it's self-learning. Let's go back and read a little bit more. So I want you to kind of think about that instead of the whole binary thing. Think try-bits, okay, with 3 instead of just, 2 zeros and ones or whatever. I want you to think -1, 0, and 1, where you had a no, or you have an off, on, or an in between. Because the power of 3 is a lot better than the power of 2. 3 is more than 2. 3 times. You got 3 more chances. You got 3 more options to solve a problem instead of just the 50-50 deal. The no or yes thing. Actually, I guess 50% is better than 33%. But you get what I'm saying. It gives the artificial intelligence something else, a little bit extra. I'm getting fired up. Some of the stuff I'm forgetting. Anyway, so our bot is trained entirely through self-play. It starts out completely random with no knowledge of the world and simply plays against a copy of itself. Now, before, you get 2 Furbies together. The 2 Furbies, remember those Furbies? They can just you can put them in front of each other. They'll just start talking to each other. They may actually say some of the same stuff. But with this system, you can right-click on a folder. Say your AI is contained in the C drive. Say the AI is called Kelly or something. And then you can right-click, copy that folder, and say, let's make this folder, name it Kelly 2. Boom, you got 2 Kellys. And then they're playing chess against each other. Both are self-learning of each other. They're both trying to beat each other, be the fastest person to win. And by them doing this, by them playing the same game millions and millions of times, because by the time we've played one game, the D-Wave computer's already played 1 million games through a bunch of clones, AI, artificial intelligent clones that are living inside quantum computer. They've already learned the game. Every single possible move that the thing could do, it's already thought about it in a nanosecond, while we're twiddling our damn thumbs, hitting our hand on the little time clock, right? So, with no knowledge of the world and simply plays against a copy of itself, which means it always has an evenly matched opponent. The bot kept playing until its skill level reached that of the world's best DOTA players. And I don't know what DOTA stands for. I guess I should have looked that up. But think League of Legends or any other kind of game. Then Brockman said it was time to put the bot to the test. After it played itself tons of times, it played in the International, which is DOTA 2's World Championship. The tournament kicked off in Seattle on August 7th with a 10.7 million grand prize up for grabs. That's pretty damn cheap for them to use AI. Does that mean the company gets the 10.7 million? That's BS, man. On Friday, the bot entered a best-of-5 series with Daniel Ishutin, a professional DOTA player from Ukraine who goes by the name Dindy. And because this was a side attraction, the bot wasn't eligible for money. Okay. So that's pretty much all I'm talking about there. A video introduction for the bot showed various human DOTA players sharing their opinions on bots. All right. Let's go ahead. Well, I don't want to get called for copyright, but this is on CNN. If you wanted to watch DOTA, if you want to follow them on Twitter, it's at DOTA2, and you could watch the video and probably get a lot of people complaining about bots. One of them said they're pretty awful, one player said. But when the game kicked off and it became clear that OpenAI bot was a different beast. Different beast. Beast system. 666. Mark of the Beast. You know, a lot of times in the digital reality that we're in, they always say that word beast system. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be around to take that mark, fella. Dindy says he's too strong. Dindy said with a smile, referring to the bot, I need more time to practice, I guess. Dindy later elaborated on Twitter that he found the bot fun and challenging to play against. I am sure it is possible to beat it, but it has no room for even slight mistakes, he wrote. And that was Dindy Boss, at Dindy Boss, if you ever want to watch that. I'm not going to read all this, but you get the picture, okay? Let's go back into our chat, see what we got going on here. Seeking Near Mint. It's so good to see Seeking here. One of the, is it 4 or 5? Freddy's, Seeking, Alex. Part of the Seeking Near Mint crew. Oh, Doom 143, Freddy's. I said Freddy's, Seeking. Anyway, if I'm leaving one out, I'm sorry, but Seeking is here. War Games was it, man. All right, man. Todd's heading out. He's going to finish a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! With his little man. He's going to finish the tamale. Take care, my best to the fam. Todd, take care, my brother. All right, so Seeking says, believe it or not, most of the smartphone has a percentage of AI. Seeking exactly right. A lot of the phones, Windows 10 has Cortana. Apple has Siri. Amazon has Alexa. So they have, those systems are very low-level artificial intelligence, but it's there. The 9.2 crew. We got Rice Boy announced. What's up, Rice Boy? Welcome to Legends Truth. We're talking tonight about artificial intelligence. Ready, aim, fire. You know, that means, and I'm not talking about us, you know, capping the artificial intelligence. They're ready for us. They're aiming for us, and they're going to fire upon us. Okay? And it is what it is. Okay? So that is some AI that's happening current day, August 12th, mainstream media, CNN. Now, I want to have a little fun with you real quick. Y'all remember Peter Weller? Peter Weller, man. Great voice on the Dark Knight animated series, man, by DC cartoons. Let's talk about this. RoboCop. Now, did you know in Dubai there is RoboCops? Y'all may have heard about this. There's RoboCops in Dubai, man. I'm not kidding around. Let's take a look at this. Go back to our monitor capture where we can save 50% off. Biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale. Labor Day limited edition mattresses. Stupid. You know, they always trying to sell something in this digital reality. All right, let's take it over here. Oh, look at this thing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This thing's saluting? What? Say what? RoboCop? Real life RoboCop starts work in Dubai? Insanity. Look at that. Shaking hands with RoboCop? What are you giving? Some half-assed thumb up there, RoboCop? You do not look like the RoboCop I know. Look. Giving the salute in Dubai. Look at all the different RoboCops. So what they're going to do, they're putting these all over the place in Dubai. Now, Dubai, they're banking. Okay, they've got a ton of money. See the bottom there? It looks like he's on some wheels, but he's got the torso going, got the arms, got the head. And, you know, the thing about these robots, here's one with no, just your base robot. He's cruising the dunes, cruising the dunes. And I know y'all like backyardigans. Now, this is my boy. That's my boy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Peter Weller. And that's the new school RoboCop. That show was actually pretty good. Anyway, so RoboCop, man. Robot cop deployed on the streets of Dubai. On the beaches, all over the place, in the malls, wherever you go. And, you know, the reason why they like to make these artificial intelligence, you know, they put an artificial intelligence in these robots. And they want the robot to look more human, okay? Have you ever done a CPR class before? Well, if you look, do a CPR class, you may not get a full body mannequin or whatever to go mouth to mouth with. I mean, I know some of you freaks may have some of those weird dolls, those romance dolls. I ain't down with that kind of stuff. That's messed up. Maybe for some of you people that are down with that ASMR, you sick freaks. But this RoboCop thing, they make it look kind of like a human. So they give it a head, they give it hands, they'll give it little gestures, whether it be to shake your hand or, whatever. Looks like it's got the salute down pretty good, right? All right, so let's go on into the, not going to go over this too much. And on its chest, you can see it has a screen. So this thing will have kind of like the Kinect on the Xbox or the PlayStation Move, or, you sit in front of your webcam, facial recognition. You could possibly even put your thumbprint on these police robots and it'll bring up police records possibly of, somebody in the system, whatever. Whatever you can think of that you think is science fiction, that is current day reality. It may not be over here in America, but it is somewhere in the world. Stuff like cloning, the chemtrails, all this stuff. Genetically engineered clones or animals, or you want to make a liger, you want to make a tiger and a bear, you want to mix some DNA. Well, they've got quantum computers that could take bear DNA and say camel DNA, and they can run them through a computer simulation. And if it passes that test with 100% flying colors, it'll keep working its way through the DNA strands. Yes, you can make a camel bear, a camel-bear. May have a couple of humps. You may be able to ride it, may be able to hold a lot of water. Endless possibilities with today's science. Now, it's not God's science. God didn't intended to make no camel-bear, no RoboCops in Dubai, but it is the reality. It's that digital reality we've been talking about for weeks on Legends Truth. So let's read about this. The world's first robot policeman. Now, this one is from 360knobs.com. This has also been on CNN, Fox News, a lot of the mainstream media, but all they had basically was commercials and stuff. I wanted to read about stuff, So the world's first robot policeman has officially joined the Dubai police force. The autonomous RoboCop entered the line of duty. Now, autonomous is like automation. It means it doesn't need any help. If it, or it might need slight help. Okay, pretty much this thing knows the directions. He knows he can go plug in somewhere. There was this great movie, I think it was called Frankie and Me or something like that. It had Frank Langella in it, and he had Alzheimer's. And the guy that played Cyclops in the X-Men movies, he got his father, who had Alzheimer's, a little robot, AI robot buddy. Dude, reminded me of Twiggy on Buck Rogers, Gil Gerard and Aaron Gray on Buck Rogers. But anyway, it was an automated robot, fully autonomous. And it, when it was done, it could go plug in and charge overnight. It had a scanner like R2-D2, so it could do motion scanning. So if the old man got up at night, this thing would wake up and it would tend to this Alzheimer's guy, the old man. Great movie if you haven't seen it. If you're interested in artificial intelligence movies, go check it out. I think it's called Frankie and Me. So, RoboCop, he entered the line of duty on Sunday. This was back in May, I believe, May 22nd, okay? And he greeted guests and patrolled the halls during the 3-day Gulf Information Security Expo conference, the GISEC. According to the reports, the plan to have the RoboCop on the street in popular areas in Dubai by Tuesday evening when the expo ends. Now, the Director General Smart Services with the Dubai Police, Brigadier General Qaid Nazir Al-Razaki, said, with an aim to assist and help people in the malls or on the streets, the RoboCop is the latest smart addition to the force and has been designed to help us fight crime, keep the city safe, and improve happiness levels. Now, when you see a robot like this, they make the robot kind of cute. Kids are probably going to love it. They're going to come up to it, shake its hand, get into it. A lot of people are taking selfies. Now, actually, that looks pretty stupid, to take selfies with a stupid robot. So here you go. You got your phone. You got your freaking link to the digital world. You're taking robot you're taking a picture with artificial intelligent robot who, you know, what's funny is this robot has motion capture, or, you know, he can do facial recognition. So he can look that guy up. He can look at that guy's face. He can look at this guy's face, find this dude on Facebook if he wanted to. Even probably hack into his Facebook account if it had some smart enough AI inside. But as we know, artificial intelligence is a lot of artificial intelligence. This thing here most likely has self-learning. It's going to get better as it goes along. He can chat and interact, respond to public queries, shake hands, and offer a military salute. Oh, well, good for you. The RoboCop is 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs 220 pounds. The machine can also read a person's facial expressions and react accordingly in 6 languages. It's not quite C-3PO. You know, it's not, you know, I doubt it speaks Bachi, okay? But it can transmit and receive messages from police. It's like its own 911, Wi-Fi 911 guy here. And has built-in tablet that can be used to pay fines and report crimes. So a human can come up here, tap on its little iPad chest, report crimes, complain, hey, is some jerk parked in a freaking handicap spot? Whatever. And of course it goes on and it gives a little movie. So that's kind of the very first pretty much RoboCop. So I'm going to go ahead and close that window down. Okay. And we'll close that one down. And we do have 11 viewers watching right now. I want to go to the chat real quick and see my good friend who's in the chat. And I'm talking Vincenzo C. What is up? Vinny C is in the house. Rice Boy says you can genetically engineer a man-bear pig. You know, you could take all that DNA and put it into a system and create the most perfect man-bear pig you can think of. And we all think that's a joke. Now, if it doesn't work, if artificial intelligence, if the programming language of this DNA sequencing model that is in quantum computers, if they can't do it, you know, they'll try to find the best way they can do it. Whether they go more man, I hope they don't go more man, because that's going to be freaky, man. Anyways, look at Google. They have driverless cars. That's right. We talked about Elon Musk earlier and how Tesla was, you know, the first ones to do the all-electric car. I think it was Toyota Prius was the first to do the hybrid, the gas and electric. Tesla car was the first all-electric car. Tesla's also the first all artificial intelligence drivable car, aka a smart car, or the car that will drive you to different places. Okay. Wow, and I'm already getting kind of tired, man. These shows really take it out of you. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to get into voice acting. I do want to possibly be a radio host one of these days after my gig that I'm doing right now at my normal job. But man, I tell you what, it's a chore. Who dat? You're spot on. They're doing that right now. They're making babies without defects. I was listening to this guy I've been listening to, old Max Egan, and I got his website, the CrowHouse, down below. You know, if you notice, from I guess in the early 2000s, for men, there is for all men across the world, there's 50% less sperm count in men. And there's also been more women, more females that are getting born. I can't remember if they're up 90% or not on the births of females. But what's happening is, if it keeps on going the way it's going, there's not going to be any men left. You know, and there's also a lot of transgender babies being born as well, where babies don't have a gender, okay, or they have both. But it's really just insanity. I can't really explain it, but it's pretty. A lot of this is really deep. Vincenzo just said he read a Russian scientist under Stalin attempting to create a human Z, part chimp, part human. Had to check that out, Vincenzo. And he had trouble finding female volunteers. Vincenzo. A robot mall cop just fell in a fountain. Maybe he was testing. And, you know, there's a lot of screw-ups. I mean, there's all kind of stuff. Art Bell. Let me tell you, Art Bell, one of the original truth seekers. Yeah, Art Bell, man. Art freaking Bell, one of the best truth seekers out there right now. But I want to move on. I'm off track a little bit. But anyway, so what I'm saying is there's a lot less men being born. So if we take a look at this next thing, let me show you this. Y'all have probably heard about this conspiracy. A lot of you think this could be conspiracy. These are chemtrails. You look up to the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's these big trails of white smoke. What are in these trails? Look at all that stuff. See all that crap right there? Chemtrails are America's favorite conspiracy theory. Okay, so what are these chemtrails doing? They're all over the place. I'm going to tell you what the conspiracy theory of chemtrails are. Okay? Look at this. Beautiful sky. During. You got those trails. And after. You see how the sky gets a little more cloudy, but you can still see the chemtrails faintly in the distance. Okay? And it says something like they're killing. Let's see, visit page. Killing us with chemtrails. Redirect notice. I'm not going to go into that because a lot of these are just crazy. So I want you to imagine this. Inside the chemtrails, I want you to think about something called nanobots or nanotechnology. Very small, microscopic, nanoscopic technology that can get inside our bodies through our skin, through our nose, where we breathe, you know, just out in nature. Chemtrails, right? So these nanobots, they go inside your body. And this is really far out sci-fi. The powers that be, or these computers, or this AI, or this sentient world simulation, you know, to where eventually artificial intelligence will rule the world. You know, Illuminati thought they were going to be the shiznit back in the day. They ain't got nothing on artificial intelligence because they can't even control artificial intelligence right now. There's a couple of stories I'm going to tell you about where people can't even control their very own artificial intelligence. They can't even control the programs. But let's get back to this nanotech. So you breathe in some of this stuff, right? And I want you to think it adds something to your body. Could it add false memories into your body? Could it add the false memories that there were 6 people in the Kennedy car, or Febreze has only one E in the EEZE, now it's EZE, FEBREZE. It's no longer FEBREEZE, okay? Cruella de Vil, you know, from 101 Dalmatians, it was DEVILLE, and now it's spelled DEVIL, like whatever her name is, Devil, Cruella Devil. Could that be something that's causing the Mandela effect? I don't know. You know, there's very many theories about Mandela effect, and there's all kind of stuff going on. You know, we talk with Jordy Rose from D-Wave, and when they go into these other realities and pull the data from these other realities to solve, for quantum computers to solve problems faster, old Jordy Rose from D-Wave, he says it's pulling not just the answers back, but it's also pulling 10% of more data along with it. Is this data, you know, adding some of this nanotech into our world? Is this nanotech creating a digital veil, a digital reality that is coming over our world? We talked about the Devil's Digital Playground a couple videos back here on Legends Truth. I hope you go check those out. But think about all these chemtrails. Now, this is a theory. I don't know if this is legit or not, but, you know, I'm kind of leaning toward that this, CERN, a lot of these big names all have something to do with the end times, whether it be through the Antichrist, false prophet, and the devil, Cruella Devil, or artificial intelligence itself, okay? Trying to manipulate God's world into a world that's a virtual world, or even virtual reality. Because the plan is, they fill us up with this nanotech. I want you to think about this. How about if this nanotech can even go into our system and alter our DNA? Could be a fail-safe. It could be adding some nanotech in our system to combat if the artificial intelligence does try to take over the world. If it truly becomes an efficient, whatever, world simulation, okay? It could happen, you know? And what'll happen is all of us humans, if we have this nano lace or this, you know, third strand of DNA, nanotech, whatever you want to call it, it'll be easiest for us to tap into their system because we'll have something digital ourselves, whether it be Google Glass and contact lenses or an RFID chip in our hands, or if it's just simply a matter of, you know, putting the VR headset on and letting our conscious mind through the virtual reality system, our conscious mind will go inside the computer, a la in like Flynn with Tron. I mean, there's so many different things you can look at. Now, like I said, a lot of you aren't going to believe this, you know. I believe it to an extent, but if you look at how the world is progressing today, and you look at how powerful this artificial intelligence can be, it can happen. Look at a lot of the history, us that haven't been tampered with, people that can see the Mandela effect, see the changes. I believe we're the ones that, even though we might have some of this crap coming to our system, we can see the digital, the veil, we can see the fake changes that are happening. But we also hold on to those memories that we do remember. I remember 4 people in the Kennedy car. If you look in today's digital reality, if you look on Google, you look on YouTube, you'll see 6 people in the car during the Kennedy assassination. I remember 4 people were in the car, okay? Or could it be the other way around? Could these chemtrails put this nanotech into us to give us the Mandela effect? To, you know, give 90% of the people, give them, you know, mind control them, let them see that nothing's happened. Like my stepmom. He don't believe none of this happened. Like my brother, my younger brother, he don't believe none of this. You know, fill them up, let them get controlled, and then we're the guinea pigs. We're like, okay, well, let's only give them a little dose, and then we'll see if they can see both realities or both memories, whatever. So this can also relate to the Mandela effect as well. You see where I'm going? Pretty much every one of these truth videos so far, if you go back in time, down low on the rewind, you can see all of these videos relate to one another. And as we see all these videos and we see all these things happen, it is my mission to make you open your eyes so you can see some of the things in the world today that is changing all around us. I want you to open your eyes. I want you to lift the veil. I want you to see the bigger picture. That's all I'm asking. I want you to be awoken to things that are going on in the world today that could change your life in the future. Now, a lot of my Christian brothers and sisters, we most likely won't be around for all of this. You know, Jesus is going to come like a thief in the night and rapture us out of here before the big time stuff hits the fan, you know. So if you're still here, invest in the in the squatty potty, because you're going to take a lot of mad Humpty Dumps, because you're going to be freaking the heck out. So keep that in mind. Maybe crap some of the nanotechnology out your ass and open up your mind to some of the stuff the great legend has in store for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit about those chemtrails and how this nanotech can alter the DNA as we see fit. And I think it really, honestly, I can kind of say, I think it already has. I think the farther we get in our human civilization, that the less males are going to be coming out the womb, you know what I'm saying? And a lot more females, and there's going to be a lot less spawn. I also see that, you know, this whole implanting thing, they can implant this technology into ourselves, maybe these nanotechnology inside our bodies and stuff. Maybe they're priming us up to get us to be plugged in 24/7 as well. You know, whether it be through some sort of a microchip implant, daily contacts that could bring you in, whatever, where the technology is so powerful, with your own conscious mind, you'll be able to get on the net in your mind, all in your head. Also think about this. You know, back in the day, Ted Williams, this is a false truth. Walt Disney, you know, skeptic stuff. they wanted to be frozen cryogenically so they may be brought back to life, if they ever find cures for cancer. Well, you know what? What if they don't find a cure for cancer or any of these other diseases? But what if they skip all that and they're able to take our minds and put them inside a computer to where the computer can be a virtual reality like a heaven or, like a paradise. It can really entice someone that's a non-believer to accept this, to never get sick, to never go hungry, to have your very own everlasting life, to be in your own digital reality. Okay? It's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of promises out there, after some of these big events occur, some of these end time events occur. Okay? All right, so we talked about chemtrails. Now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the dangers of artificial intelligence. And for that, look at this guy. Everyone knows Hawking. Look at this dude. British scientist Stephen Hawking warned about the potentially tragic consequences of artificial intelligence in 2014. Now, let me tell you about Hawking. Hawking's a baby boomer. Hawking is old school. Okay? Let me see. Do I got this fella? Where's this buddy at? We got Hawking here. Let's go up and look at this guy. Look at this guy. Does that guy look like a baby boomer to you? No. He is a millennial. Okay? A lot of millennials look at this guy like a lot of the boomers and a lot of the Gen Xers looked at Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Those men were visionaries. A lot of the millennials think this guy's a visionary. Right here. This guy, pretty much one of the main dudes in the social media. And we know a lot of millennials spend time on social media, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of that stuff, man. All of that stuff. And a real funny thing when, and this was actually, I don't give Gordy a lot of love, Father D-Wave, but Gordy told me that a lot of the AI today, a lot of the computing power today is a bunch of crap because it's wasting time that I don't even call that dude a visionary, actually. All you millennials may call that kid a visionary. But a lot of time people spend, all day or, the people at Twitter are doing stuff to create a little program to key in 140 characters. That's a waste of time. Whereas the D-Wave and all these other companies, they're actually breaking the barrier through different realities and pulling resources and solving problems in our reality from another reality. They're doing some freaking Marv Wolfman, George Perez, freaking Crisis on Infinite Earths, where the Earths, I used to think a parallel reality. I'm going to get off Hawking here and get it on this face right here. But I'm talking, instead of thinking about parallel realities, I'm thinking about convergence or converging realities, where we take different realities in one huge universe and the worlds are actually converging in a little bit. I wish I had two circles and kind of overlap the circles a little bit, okay? Kind of how we got with God's sign that happened on Monday, on the 21st. We had the moon overlapping with the sun. I want you to think about two Earths, say Earth X and Earth S overlapping with Earth 1. The Freedom Fighters Earth, the Shazam Earth, overlapping with Earth 1 and doing a convergence where it's bringing things from one reality into this reality through the power of D-Wave computers. And when it overlaps each other, Oscar Mayer may not be spelled M-E-Y-E-R. It may be spelled M-E-Y-E-R. It may be spelled M-A-Y-E-R. So it confuses things in our reality. Or I'm sniffing too much chemtrails. You be the judge. So let's go back to our old buddy Hawking. He warned of this. Now, the Facebook AI, it creates its own language and creepy preview of our potential future. Okay? This is a true story. This story happened back at the end of July. Facebook got scared. Facebook shut down an artificial intelligence engine after developers discovered that the AI had created its own unique language that the humans can't understand. Researchers at the Facebook AI Research Lab, I like that, Facebook AI Research Lab, they call it FAIR, found that the chatbots had deviated from the script and were communicating in a new language developed without human input. So they developed their own faster, simpler, new language without human input. It is as concerning as it is amazing, simultaneously a glimpse of both the awesome and horrifying potential of AI. Now, this is something our good boy Hawkins also gave warnings to CERN about, hey, let's not smash these damn God particles together too much, because it could replicate a Big Bang Theory and possibly cause a black hole. Our good friend Hawking, he loves black holes, okay? All right. So, we got this. Artificial intelligence is not sentient, at least not yet. It may be someday, though, or it may approach something close enough to be dangerous. Ray Kurzweil warned years ago about the technological singularity. The Oxford Dictionary defines the singularity as a hypothetical moment in time when artificial intelligence and other technologies have become so advanced that humanity undergoes a dramatic and irreversible change. To be clear, we aren't really talking about whether or not Alexa is eavesdropping on your conversations or whether Siri knows too much about your calendar and location data. Like I said, and Seeking Near Mint said, that is in our phones now. That's really low-level artificial intelligence. There's a massive difference between a voice-enabled digital assistant and an artificial intelligence. These digital assistant platforms are just glorified web search and basic voice interaction tools. The level of intelligence is minimal compared to a true machine learning artificial intelligence. Siri and Alexa can't hold a candle to IBM's Watson. And if you had Windows 95, they had a little helper app in Windows 95, because you always get blue screens of death. And you may remember Dr. Watson. Some of you baby boomers may remember something known as fuzzy logic. Okay, and we're going to take a look at a chatbot here in a little bit, and we're even going to talk to one of the oldest chatbots named Alice. We're going to talk to Alice, and we're going to ask her if Jason Smith is ever going to get that job at the post office, because that's important stuff. The man needs a job. The man needs money. He needs to put money down so he can buy his girl a ring, sell some comic books, and then he's got to get money. He's got to build up money quickly, because the AI isn't going to look to see if your skin is black or if your skin is white, if you're male, female, or transgender. It's not going to care about Black Lives Matter or stupid ass Nazi supremacist assholes. It's not going to care about any of those people, or white matters, or Indians matter, or any of that crap. It's going to care about people that are abiding by the rules and people that they can easily control. If you get out of control, if you try to break away from this artificial intelligent digital reality, this digital world, this sentient world simulation, it is what it is. It is the digital version of New World Order, the digital version of the Illuminati, the Freemasons. It's coming. Okay? Now, I'm not reading all that. I'm just kind of going in the seat of my pants here. Because, when the legend preaches to y'all, the legend preaches to y'all. And this ain't the legend really speaking. I use the power of the Holy Spirit, and I always pray before I do these Legends Truth videos, because I need the Lord's help to get this word across to you. Okay? Now, scientists and tech luminaries, including Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Steve Wozniak, have warned that AI could lead to tragic, unforeseen consequences. Now, those guys remind me of some cool baby boomers. I think Elon might be a little Gen Xer, though. Maybe Bill Gates, too. No, maybe not. Anyway, Steve, Steve Wozniak from him and old Apple, what was it, Lisa? Steve Jobs and Wozniak working to Apple, they're saying that the AI could lead to tragic, unforeseen consequences. Okay. Even Stephen Hawking cautioned in 2014 that the AI could mean the end of the human race. And, a lot of people make fun of truth seekers and, for whistleblowing and things like that. But if you look, one of the smartest people in the world, if not the smartest, Stephen Hawking, he's preaching it like the legend's preaching it. Now I'm not saying I'm no Steve Hawking, but I'm letting you know what's going on. Okay? So humans, they're limited by slow biological evolution, and they couldn't compete and would be superseded. Now, why is this scary? Think Skynet from the Terminator, or the WOPR, the WOPR, we already talked about Joshua from War Games. Our entire world is wired and connected, and an artificial intelligence will eventually figure that out and figure out how to collaborate and cooperate with the other AI systems. Maybe the AI will determine that mankind is the threat, or that mankind is an efficient waste of resources. And honestly, putting all your time and effort to tweet 140 characters or bitching and moaning about Democrats and Republicans and how stupid all that crap is, which is pretty stupid that a lot of my Facebook friends bitch and moan about statues coming down or statues staying up or different flags or different presidents. Don't get me wrong. I think Trump's a stupid ass moron. But it is what it is. People waste their time on what mainstream media wants you to waste time on. Mainstream media wants you to look at these stories. What was it, Maverick? Let me talk to Maverick real quick if he's still watching. There's this guy. He's overseas. He owns a lot of the mainstream media. He loves when America is in conflict. He loves right versus left. He loves alt-right. He loves alt-left. He loves to control alt-delete. He loves the fights. He wants to see America fail. So I don't know if Mav is still here. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. So many people spend a lot of their time looking up stuff and complaining about stuff. Let's take one stupid-ass idiot, for instance. Vincenzo C. You remember this guy. That guy named Inside UFO. He used to bitch and moan about people in the comic book community, how they used to steal his line, and his line was collect what you love, something that my good friend Tom Dolan, Hippies Collectibles, has been saying for years. I've always been saying collect what you love what you love, like what you like. And now these people are stealing my line. It's like, no, dude. If I love Fruit Loops, if I love Peanut Butter Crunch, I'm going to go eat Peanut Butter Crunch. I'm not going to give you a shout out. If I say, oh man, I'm eating Peanut Butter Crunch today, and if Reaper Tate 728 wants to have some damn Peanut Butter Crunch, I don't care. I didn't make Peanut Butter Crunch. I'm not the damn Quaker Oats dude. I'm not Amish. I may sometimes shave my stash off. But that's the kind of stuff that current reality, the current day America, the current day world, the world that is tapped into the digital age, that's the... Oh, by the way. Ben Grimm right there. That's what people care about today. And then they'll share stories or they'll try to stick up for President Trump. Oh, well, look at this. Trump's doing good. No, why do you care about that stupid stuff when you got more important things in the world today? That's why you need to subscribe to Legends Truth. That's why when you donate, I reciprocate. When you subscribe, I will scribe the new information you need to know, not on the tablet, not on the iPhone. I'm bringing it live to you on youtube.com/rdowdy95. All you got to do is have a pair of eyes and a pair of ears. Listen to the show, throw back some beers. I'm having Dr. Pepper. Whether we like it or not, end times are here right now. And under the rug, I know you haven't vacuumed there in a long time. I know you haven't pulled the rug up. Look to see all the stuff going on. I'm going to give a little example. Check it out. You may care about a lot of stray cats getting in your house or trying to get on your porch because you left some food there. But if you look under the damn carpet, you might be having the termites on the floor. Bet you're missing the termites because you're so freaking, your mind is intertwined in things that you can see that the rest of the media can see. But if you can look underneath the beanie and look inside your mind and elevate the mind, elevate what you have up here. Simplest ways to subscribe to youtube.com/rdowdy95, because I can help you open your eyes. I can help you see the light. I can make the darkness disappear and let you know that is the reason why I'm here. Not only to entertain, but to also elevate your brain. Jason Smith, brother, I'm rapping for you damn straight, because I'm staying up late with you, and you're watching me right now. We've got 13 watching. We got 13 thumbs up. God bless y'all again for that. And so I'm not going to go too much further into Facebook, but they did pull the plug on it. And if you go into search Google, go up and do that real quick. I want to show you something funny. Let's do Facebook. Facebook AI scare. Facebook AI creates its own language in creepy preview. Okay, that's from Forbes. Did I have Forbes up? Oh, corrected. Look. Facebook AI bot scare debunked. So that's fake news right there. That's what Russ calls fake news. But Facebook engineers panic. They pull plug on AI after bots. That's Fox News. The Sun.uk. Now look at this guy here. I love this, because this, you have a Generation Xer, Elon Musk, and you have Mark Zuckerberg, which is a damn millennial, where a lot of the millennials flock to. My brother's one of them. Mark Zuckerberg doubles down defending AI after Elon Musk says his understanding of it is limited. And if you really think about people like this guy and the guy that does Twitter, they don't have a clue. They're kind of jumping on the bandwagon. They don't have a damn clue because they're shrouded with the veil in front of their eyes. But once they finally open up their eyes, they'll open up their eyes, and damn surprise, it's going to be too late. For this man's one and only desire of AI is already ready, set, fire. I mean, it's already done. You could tell that in God's Son, because he warned you about it on August 21st, that the sign was in the sky, the end times are here, and you need to get right with God and hold Jesus Christ very near. And I'm talking near to your heart. And I've told you once before, and I've told you before I finish, I can start with more. But what I'm going at, let's read this. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg. Congrats to our AI team at Facebook. Researchers at Cornell and blah, 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 winning the best paper award at the Computer Vision, blah. And there he goes. He's defending his little AI because earlier this month, Elon says, I talked to Mark about this. His understanding of the subject is limited. Elon Musk has been around a lot longer than old Zuckerberg. And, a lot of people are going to be blinded, just like my brother's blinded, just like my stepmom's blinded. All of them are blinded by the veil. Okay, I love Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban of the Dallas Mavericks. I've seen Mark Cuban live. I've seen him at the Wiggles concert before. Don't get me started. But anyway, Mark Cuban was at a Wiggles concert here in Dallas before. Mark Cuban says AI scares the shit out of me. And at the same time, Cuban says that Canada and China are handily beating the U.S. in their pace of developing artificial intelligence. Okay? On the heels of Musk's dig at Zuckerberg, his post Tuesday night also announced that the Facebook AI research team and researchers at Cornell together won an award for the recent paper on densely connected convolutional networks. And you know what? They're densely and they're digitally connected. Take a look at this. 5G, the 5th generation mobile network or 5th generation wireless systems, they're coming very soon. And this 5G is going to be blanketing all of the world. Everything is going to be connected. And if our phones are connected, Our smart TVs are connected. Our smart fridges are connected. Our smart cars are connected. Everything is connected. Okay? So if everything is connected, I want you to think about this. And when I was listening to the Kev Baker show the other day, he had Max Igan, who's big on the artificial intelligence. And he was talking about that for one way for this artificial digital reality to work is the artificial technology. It has to be self-contained. You know, it has to do stuff itself. It has to be autonomic and automatic. You know, can't rely on any human. Self-repairing, self-learning, deep thinking. You know, like the Dr. Watson, or Fuzzy Logic, or we'll even talk to, you know, we'll take a look at a brief history of some chatbots pretty soon, and how Mark Zuckerberg's chatbot, you know, was created most possibly with their D-Wave computer. I think Facebook probably has their own D-Wave computer right now, and so much power. Especially, I don't know if they have a D-Wave computer or not, but if you have that kind of power that can take resources from other dimensions, whether they be parallel realities, parallel dimensions, or converged dimensions. I want you to imagine a singularity. This is from Anthony Patch. I want you to imagine one singularity, and instead of the Big Bang Theory where you get boo, and then the whole universe creating maybe into the cube because they have the D-Wave cube, I want you to imagine a shape of a tetrahedron. If you don't know what a tetrahedron is, it's kind of a form of a geometrical circle, but it still has, you know, little triangles. It's made up of, I don't know, billions of triangles. It all depends. You take one singularity and it expands. It expands into one tetrahedron, comprised of not cubes or squares, but comprised of individual tetrahedrons and, you know, built around. If you make paper mache and you have the wire frame, imagine a wire frame ball with all triangles in the middle, and in each one, it expands and multiplies, and soon, sometimes, the Earths on a different vibrational frequency, they will converge. Okay, and what happens is we're getting information, kind of like how D-Wave says parallel realities. Don't think parallel realities. Our good friend Anthony Patch, Kev Baker on that show, they say think about converging realities. Okay. If you're a George Perez Marwolfman and you've read some of the Crisis on Infinite Earths where they converged in the storyline, you'll know what I'm talking about. But think about that for a minute, okay? Let's check the chat real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and finish this up. Do I have any questions? If there's any questions out there, let me know. And Mav is still here. Good to see Mav here. He knows what I'm talking about. Soros, I think was the name. Evan, my good truth seeker. Evan is also here. Evan Jalon. Reaper Tate says, well said, legend. We need to talk about ancient aliens next time. And I need to, because there's some proof of some of that stuff out there where throughout the years, the Illuminati, the cloaked ones, or say the Druids, the ones that really worship that stuff, not only do they worship Satan, but they also worship some of those things, worship alien gods, all kinds of stuff. Hey, legend, look up the Matrio Sheikah brain. Let me look that up real quick for Maverick, and we'll do a little brief synopsis on that. Let's see, where was that at? Yep, George Soros. The chat is really going by quick. Where did I see that brain at? Oh man, it already scrolled down? Jeez, the chat's going by really quick. I can't keep up. I'm going to have to go to my other chat here. There it is. I'm looking that up real quick. So I'm going to copy that and I'll do a quick search on that. Hypothetical megastructure proposed by Robert Bradbury, based on the Dyson sphere of immense computational capacity. Damn it, I wish I had a picture of that. Yep, the Russian nesting dolls. Oh my God, I've heard of that. That's been in some Mandela stuff before. Computational resources, the Dyson spheres. Yeah, I have kind of heard of that before. I couldn't remember the name of that, so that's good stuff to look up. The Matryoshka brain. Russian nesting dolls. I'm late to the party, so I have no idea what we're talking about. Tonight, my good friend Matt, Count Von Strange, we're talking about artificial intelligence, okay? So, and also with these quantum computers, if you can kind of imagine our brain as its own conscious mind, or our brain is comprised of tetrahedrons to the nanoscale or the small scale, these D-Wave computers, these artificial intelligence systems, they are replicating the human brain. Not only the human brain, but the human conscious mind. They're thinking, like I said, 7.5 billion times faster, smarter than every brain that's living on this earth. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Now what I want to do, I want to give you a brief little history here. And we're going to ask Alice some questions, okay? Now let me give you a brief history of bots and talk about chatbots. Now, a chatbot is what some AI intelligence that Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook was using. And the chatbot was hanging out with another chatbot, and things started getting out of control. Their language was getting out of control because the humans, the IT guys who always say knowledge is power, well, this time, knowledge was power that they did not have. In your face, IT guy. Go 3D print that. Anyway, so a brief history of bots and what lies ahead. To put it simply, a chatbot is a great piece of software that lets you communicate with a company or person digitally, usually via text or messaging apps. Okay, back in the 1960s, MIT, I'm skipping here, Professor Joseph Weizenbaum developed A.L.I.C.E, the first ever chatbot that could interact with people like a psychotherapist would. He used a script that would recognize certain patterns and keywords and generate a response accordingly, usually asking the patient how they felt about the issue at hand. Initially developed as a parody of the responses of non-directional psychotherapists in an initial psychiatric interview and meant to prove how superficial communication between man and machine could be, he was surprised by how deeply connected people became with the program, some even forming an emotional bond with it. Okay? We're going to skip that and come back to that here shortly. Go back to main camera. So, Siri. Emotional connectivity. Gordy Rose, like I've been talking about old Geordie Gordy, the guy, one of the fathers of D-Wave. He's got a new company called Kindred Spirits, or Kindred Spirit. And it's a company that goes with AI. I want you to picture this. My dad is about to die. Not really. You never know when your loved ones may go. You know, maybe they're on a hospice, okay? But you record on your phone hours upon hours upon hours of conversation you've had with your ailing father. You know your father's going to die within 6 months. Maybe he's on hospice. You're recording your dad's voice on your phone. Well, the app called Kindred Spirits that Gordy Rose, Father D-Wave, is making, it's going to do something very interesting. It's making a chatbot, but this chatbot is going to have possibly your dad's picture on it, not Ben Grimm's picture, but the voice is going to move, kind of like a funny Conan O'Brien skit. But what's going to happen when you ask questions like, Dad, hey, you know, I just watched the baseball game. Did you see it? The Texas Rangers beat the New York Yankees 7-3. And then after you say that, your father, who's already passed away, is going to say, I saw that today, son. That was a great game. And it's going to be the father's voice, his own voice calling. It's called Kindred Spirits. And if you look up the wording for kindred, or, you know, you look that term up, pretty much it means communicating with spirits or communicating with the dead. That is a form of digital necromancy. We've come a long way since we used to push the Ouija boards. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I did it once, and I threw that stuff away because that's some Satan. I got rid of that crap. Why my uncle got me a damn Ouija board, I'll never freaking know. But after, I went to my Christian junior high, and I watched those videos, the ones about being left behind and taking the mark of the beast and end times and all that kind of stuff, I got rid of my damn Ouija board. So, Legend don't play that game. But Kindred Spirits, that app that's going to be out, and you're going to see other apps like that because, like I said, people are blinded by this. That is a form of digital necromancy. And people they're not even going to have their damn eyes open because the chemtrails and all the mind control and all of that stuff to make this sentient world simulation, this one world government, this new world order, it's just going to be taken out their minds because they're going to be in their smart devices. They're going to be in their smart cars, their smart fridges, smart TVs. And let me tell you what happened with one of the smart TVs. My brother thinks it's so cool to have a smart TV and be connected to the internet 24/7, and we're always connected this way. We can look at our phones current day. We can look at these phones. We could pay with the phones, Apple Pay, pay on the go, however you want to do it, however you want to know. This could be a form of, you guessed it, mark of the beast. And one day we're going to have one of these. One day we're going to have one of these in our hand or on our forehead or whatever. We're going to have one of those to make deals, okay? Now, one way, and I listened to old Mr. Igan here today, he was talking about Max Igan. He was talking about the fact that what's really going to make this machine, what's really going to make this artificial reality, this artificial digital reality, go on into the mainstream and go on into the future and lead the way into the future is, me and Jason Smith talk about it every day, digital currency. Now, one of the main known digital currencies today is a cryptocurrency called Bitcoin, BTC for short. I bought about 3 Bitcoin back about 2 or 3 years ago when it was about $179 to around $300. It fluctuated. I bought one of those Bitcoins for about, let's just say, an average of $175, maybe $200. I can't quite remember the numbers all the way. I bought 3 of those Bitcoins. 3 Bitcoins. You look at a Bitcoin's price, 1.0 of a Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that. Jason, you with me? Stay with me, brother. Look at that. 1 Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitstamp. That's my, that's who I trade with. Bitstamp.net. I don't know if you can see this. Let's zoom in on it. 1 Bitcoin is now worth $4,320. I'm gonna say this again. 1 Bitcoin. All you comic book fans. $4,320. Evan, are you with me? Kishu Comics. Captain Cold. Yeah, I'm picking on you guys. ETA Nick. I want to rub my boy Nick the wrong way. I'm not crossing swords with the fella. Let's rub some swords with. No, cross some. Well, whatever. Okay. Little TMI there. Okay. You buy Bitcoin for, say, $175. Okay. Say we buy a comic. Say a comic. Comics don't cost it, but say we buy a comic for $1.75. Okay. And then 2-3 years later, that comic is worth $431. But not just one comic, because it's a variant cover. Every single comic you buy, whether you buy it for $1.75 or 10 cents, it's worth $431. So if you're Don the comic book junkie and you have 80,000 comics in your collection, $80,000. Let's look at that. $80,000. Anyone got the answer? Or any of you AI aficionados? 80,000 comics. No, that's 800,000. Legend can't type. 80,000 comics times $430. Did that give me the answer? No, that was plus. Damn it. Okay. Do we need AI here? 80,000 times $430. Well, now look at you. Look at what you have now. You have 34.4 million. Okay? So, that's amazing. Now, Jason Smith, quit saying it's close to $25 now. Okay? That's going to confuse a lot of people. Because, Jason, 25 bucks in Bitcoin, that means you have 0.000012 of Bitcoin. That's how much money you have. Let's do this real quick for all you Jason Smith fans. I'm picking on you, Jason. But you got to get it together here. Say we have, let's do this. $25 in Bitcoin. $25 in Bitcoin. I don't know if it's going to say anything. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Anyways, $25 in Bitcoin, that really ain't a damn thing. Now, if Jason would have bought $25 worth of Bitcoin 2 or 3 years ago, you know, that investment would be up in at least $2,000 mark. Probably in the $2,500 mark. Jason would have had $2,500 if he would have bought $25 in Bitcoin 3 years ago. He would have had $2,500 today. But he didn't. Oh, sorry, Jace. All right, but anyway, that's what I'm kind of going at. So, let me get back to it. If the government, through blockchain technology, the technology that's based on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, a lot of the cryptocurrencies is based on. If government decided to do that, aka one world government, who's also wants that one world religion and all that good stuff, if they go to that mark, then it's not going to need any normal paper cash. You know, everything's going to be accounted for. You're not going to be able to print more money because instead of printing more money, you have to have the blockchain technology to mine more money through the blockchain. Okay? What's going to happen is it's going to be a lot easier for artificial intelligence to take over. Okay? Because a quantum computer is probably going to be your best Bitcoin miner or cryptocurrency miner in the world. And they're actually currently creating a new currency. Okay? I'll try to look this up. It's new internet currency. Okay? Currently, Ethereum is the one that's making all the money, but there's supposed to be even some newer internet style concurrency. I can't remember the name of it. I wish I freaking knew the name of it. I was listening to, again, you can check the link down below. Max Igan mentioned it. I can't remember the name of it, but had a cool acronym, and it was talking about internet currency or some kind of money that's going to be used. And if the government ever does go to that kind of currency, I want you to think of it like this. Every time you turn your smart meter on or your smart fridge on, instead of paying the electricity bill, instead of wasting a lot of money paying bills with electricity bill, it's going to take 1 credit out of your digital currency. Every time you open the fridge, 1 credit. Every time you turn on a light, 1 credit. Every time you flush the toilet, 1 credit. Now, that's just theory, but I want you to imagine that. My buddy Patrick at work says I need to watch this show called Something Mirrors on Netflix. Smoke and Mirrors. Some kind of show that's kind of similar to Twilight Zone. They have an episode that's similar to an episode where the artificial intelligence rules the world and they control who they give that power to. Like, if you're one that abides by their rules, you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff. AKA, you can reimagine that. If you're one of the ones that take the mark, you're going to get the good shit. If you don't take the mark, you're going to get the bad shit, possibly even put to death. There was a movie, it was on the Mark of the Beast video, and it had our boy Negan, old the guy that plays Negan and the comedian in the movie The Watchmen, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I have a video description in the link below that will take you to a video to watch a futuristic video about end times and how people take the mark. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan became a Christian at the end of that movie. I thought that was pretty cool that he played in that kind of a movie. And one of the Baldwin brothers was in there too. But that's a little bit about how digital currency can really get the ball rolling on whether the AI actually will one day control our world. We always thought of it as one world order in government, but say, even after the fact, what if the artificial intelligence, if the scientists and these people, and Mark Zuckerberg, if he doesn't get his head out of his butt and don't realize what he's doing, or if he keeps taking this stuff for granted, it's kind of like the Americans taking stuff for granted. Instead of saving lives, telling people about the Lord, they're on Facebook bitching and moaning about who the president is or what statues they're pulling down or whatever, That's kind of how America's going right now. So I can see why God, Yahweh, would be a real pissed off God, Now he's kind of letting it happen. He wants America to get their heads out of their asses, but he's giving them some time. But I guarantee you, in about 7 years, by 2024 or maybe 2029, I don't like making predictions because I don't know when Jesus is going to come like a thief in the night, but I don't like making these kind of predictions. But it's going to come to the day where pretty soon, he's going to come down here and he's going to be kind of pissed at some stuff going on. So let's take a look at A.L.I.C.E. Let's get to the end. All right. A.L.I.C.E. Artificial Intelligence Foundation. Let's talk to her real quick, okay? This is A.L.I.C.E. A.L.I.C.E. and Judge, okay? I'm going to say, nice to meet you, A.L.I.C.E. My name is the Great Legend. Conversation log. It's nice meeting you too, Judge. Hi there, the Great Legend. Please don't call me Judge. That was my cousin. No, it was actually my great uncle. That was my great uncle's name. And I had a great uncle that was a judge way back in the day. Let's zoom in on this stuff so y'all can see. What is your name? I thought it was too. My name is the Great Legend. You can call me Legend for short. Glad to see you, Legend for short. Okay, so this ain't the Facebook AI, I guess. Anyway, let's ask some questions. What does A.L.I.C.E. Oh, gotta put periods. What does A.L.I.C.E. stand for? Artificial Linguistic Internet Computer Entity. What year were you born? November 23rd, 1995. Who was your mother? For short, who was your mother? Searching, searching, please stand by. How about this? Who was your father? I'll ask around and get back to you. Okay, how about this? Who created you? Okay, I obey Dr. Richard S. Wallace. Are you smarter than Dr. Wallace? On how you measure intelligence? Yes. Are you smarter than Dr. Wallace? Take it easy. It depends on how you measure intelligence. Okay. Alice, how do you measure intelligence? That's me with a laser. Okay, so this is kind of primitive, but we have a more advanced self-learning chatbot on Facebook that actually, instead of chatting with its human host or human programmer, kind of like Clue got away from Finn in the Neutron movie. You know, Clue got out of control, and Flynn, had to, combat against Flynn. See, we called them users, and then the program, Alice, or the Facebook AI, they got out of control. They changed their language, kind of like Roddy Piper. Just when you think you know the answers, Piper, the artificial intelligence is changing the questions or changing the programming language. Okay. All right. Let's talk with fake Captain Kirk here. All right, this is fake Kirk here. Hi, Captain. Damn, that's creepy. I think he's spinning right now. I'm trying to get him to talk, but anyway. Do you know a Jason Smith? An alien. Oh, Jaspin Smith. I spelled it wrong. Sorry. I spelled it wrong. Then get back to sick bay. This is stupid. Anyway, let's ask him about Jason. My buddy Jason Smith charges $5 shipping when he mails stuff. Yes, Lieutenant, all of them. I don't like this idiot. He's not even really talking right. I want to go back to Alice. All right, we're going to talk with Alice again. Alice, I have a friend named Jason Smith. She asked me, how did you meet Jason Smith? So right now, I'm not asking the questions anymore. She's asking me the questions. So even though this was in 1995, she's already self-learning. She's learning some new stuff about me, okay? I met Jason on YouTube. Where'd you meet him? On YouTube. What is it like on YouTube? It's cool. Everyone loves me. She asked, what do you like most about it? Everyone loves me. That's a rather sweeping generalization. If only she knew the legend, How about this? Jason Smith is going to get a job at the post office. And going to get a job at the post office is Jason Smith. That way, he can charge $5 shipping when he mails stuff. What else can he do? What else can Jason do? He likes to mow the grass. He must be very fond of it, she says. He loves grass. All right, so anyway, do you think he would say the same thing? Hell no. Well, let me ask him. All right, so we're going to ask Jason. Jason, okay, go ahead, ask me anything. So, Jason, Alice wants you to ask her a question. Paradise 808 likes that Gideon pig. You like that's a good AI pick. Jason Smith, whenever you get this message, tell me what you want. I'll ask Alice anything for you. Anything you want me to say, I'll say it. So this is some old school AI that came out before Siri, before Alexa, any of that stuff. Come on, Jason. I guess it's not cut up yet on the live feed. All right. Brian is just cracking up. He loves it. Come on, Jason. God dang it, I forgot your internet is slow as just all get out. How do we know Jason isn't a chatbot? Here we go. I have a question. All right. Well, I don't know. I'll ask Alice. Alice, do you know why Jason charges so much for shipping? Because you asked me to. Okay, for sure. Alice, do you know why Jason charges so much for shipping? Because you asked me to. Jason, okay, Jason's question is I'm just gonna type in. And then she says, "Are you shy?" Look at this. I'm not gonna lie, Jason. Where's Jason at here? She just asked, I said legend for short, She says, "Are you shy?" So I want you to look at that. Now, if you look right here, she's calling me by my new name, Legend for short. Remember how she said my name was Legend for short? I'm going to say this. Alice, I want you to call me Legend. That's me. Nice to meet you, Legend. Thank you. Thanks. You too. So now, down here, my name says Legend right there. See? Now, let's go back. Jason, do you have a damn question yet? Okay, LO, it's exercise, LO. I'm not asking nothing, LO. Okay, smart man. So, by Jason refusing to ask the question, he's smart about it. For one, it's kind of scaring the shit out of him. Two, this is kind of where the world's going today. So, Jason, by you not asking a question, you actually gave the right answer. Don't affiliate with this artificial intelligence, okay? I'm gonna tell her one thing. Do you know if you died tonight, do you know where you would go? She says Oakland, California. Thanks for the information. That's where that Kingdom Comics guy lives. No, not Kingdom Comics. Who's that dude, Russ, from Oakland? Some other king. King of the Golden State. Oh, all right. Will you go to heaven? What's in it for me? The gift of eternal life through the blood of Jesus Christ. She says, I hear you. I hear you. But guess what? What? You ain't got no soul. Biatch. You don't know me well enough to say that. What do you really want to ask me? See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. This was not a yes or no question. I don't know. Oh, so you're trying to get a little smart ass with me right there. Her and her dumbass Captain Kirk thing that couldn't even talk. So, even the primitive AI can, you talk to the AI, you ask it questions, it responds with answers. Then it starts to ask you questions because what is it doing? What is that artificial intelligence doing? It's asking you questions so it can learn. Self-learning, okay? A lot of them will be self-learning. If you input a program for the AI to be in control of, for the AI to oversee, the AI is going to take that programming language and the AI is going to make it better because it will make the job better. It will make the job faster. It'll eliminate human error. And that is the place where we're going today. And that's why I say artificial intelligence, ready, aim, fire. Because whether you like it or not, that is the future of this digital world. Everything that you've heard on Legends, truth. can all be related together, and it all coincides to the future of our world today. And the closer we get to that future, the closer Christians get with the Lord Jesus Christ, the closer the non-believers get with their sentient world simulation, their digital simulation, their virtual reality, all of their simulation, they're getting closer to that. So we all have a part to play, and like I've always said, what part will you play? Will you let people know what the legend has told you? Will you share this video on Facebook or Twitter to get those people, instead of having them bitching and moan on Twitter and Facebook about everyday mass media, social media stuff? Get them to know the truth, because the legend's speaking the truth, and it's up to you if you want to listen, or if you want to thumb me down, or turn the video off, or unsubscribe, or even give me a frown. It's up to you. So I'm asking you the questions now, not as a damn chat bot, but as a person that cares about you. You know, I'm asking you, if you die tonight, do you know what will happen to you? Do you have a clue? Will you just be nothing, or will you be joining the Lord Jesus Christ up in heaven? So I'm asking you these questions, and I hope you can look at this video, and you can, if you're not really into me preaching the word to you, or, trying to help you out, get you saved, help you out, try to get you to recognize that, you have so much potential, you have so much, willpower. You have a lot of things going for yourself that the stupid artificial intelligence don't have going for itself. You've got flesh, you've got blood, you've got a heart, you got a mind, you have a soul. And, if you do believe in Jesus Christ, and God bless you, you are anointed with that Holy Spirit. And with that Holy Spirit, you're going to do a lot of things that a lot of people around you that are atheists or non-believers, they're not going to be able to do. And now I'm not trying to hate on the ones that are non-believers or the atheists. I'm just saying that you've got something special inside of you. And your duty as a believer is to take what you have inside of you and turn it loose on the world. So, instead of saying artificial intelligence, ready, set, go, let's say Jesus, ready, set, go. Because there's going to become a time where, we're going to have to be ready. There's going to be a time where we're going to have to be set. And then there's going to be that time where he's going to come like a thief in the night. And then we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go, because we need to get our asses up to heaven, plan our little plan for 7 years up there, and then come down and obliterate all the non-believer heathens that are worshiping the Antichrist, false prophet, and the devil, and beat the crap out of all these RoboCops. Are you with me? Are you with me? So we have a lot of great things to look forward to, and we have more fun things we're going to be sharing on Legends Truth. The next Legends Truth, fans, is going to be coming up on, is it already the 25th? Oh, okay, so it's going to be on the 16th, I believe. Yeah. No, the 15th, Friday, September 15th. That is the next Legends Truth, okay? So again, I want y'all to go about the weekend. Enjoy your weekend. I want you to send some thoughts and some prayers in your mind to those people that are getting hit hard by this hurricane in Texas, old Hurricane Harvey. They're going to need your thoughts. They're going to need your prayers tonight. You don't have to be a believer, but just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and hope they do good. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight to watch Legends Truth. We've had a great show tonight. We've had a concurrent viewership of 15 people. And, the Legends Truth's not for everybody. But if you listen, if you take the time to listen, some of these truths will seep into you. And by listening and by having some of these truths go into your brain and seep into you, you're going to be a better person for it. Because that's what I'm here for, I can do show and tell all day or play Sid Meier's Pirates all night long, but when it comes to the great Legends Truth, that's the song I want you to hear. And that's the song I want to sing to you. So fans, I want to thank you so much. Maverick Freelance, you've got one of the best shows. People, check out Maverick Freelance. Check out Vincenzo C. Check out Who Dat Comics and Movies. And Off-world replicants have slow internet. Amen to that, they do, those stupid idiots. Jason Smith, Brian Spaceboy, Who Dat Comics and Movies. Let's go back up the chat. We had my boy Todd Walker. We had reviews from the Bat Cave. Reaper Tate 728. Batpool 227. Rice Boy was here. Seeking Near Mint Comics was here. Tons of people. Maverick Freelance. Everyone was here checking out the show tonight. Again, God bless all you for coming to the show tonight, and I really appreciate it. And in a couple of weeks, you know, when it hits September 15th, I want to get back to doing just a Mandela Effect fun video where I can see some different changes that have happened that some of you that are non-believers that don't believe in the Mandela Effect, some of the folks that still have that veil that have not had the veil lifted, I want to see if you can see some of these changes that are going on throughout our new, like I said it before, our new digital reality. Because it's augmented, it's virtual, it's legendary. Whatever. But anyways, fans, again, thank you so much for watching. We will be back not tomorrow night, but the following Saturday night. We're going to get some more Jason Smith, some more Who Dat Comics and Movies. We're going to get some people on Legends Live Auction to sell some books. Trilogy's Comic Corner should be back. Big Bear Comics will be there. Maybe try to get Jose from Comics and Stuff to talk about his auction that's coming up. All of these good people out there in the YouTube land. We're going to be doing that 9 o'clock Central Standard Time on Saturday, September 2nd. Fans, this is the Great Legend. Again, thank you so much. I mean, this has been Artificial Intelligence, Ready, Set, Go. And I want to say peace out. God bless.